video with the hope that I am.
Did he actually remove the first part of his video? It was not like this. I was actually gonna make this video first talking about the misconceptions, the community when it comes to like the One Punch Man season 3 situation, right? But the more and more I was actually thinking about this video and also seeing other people's responses and also actually taking to an account and listen to every single content creator, I will basically give you a statement of what are the controversies that is going on, which is JC staff not to blame for the animation. A lot of people and communities are pretty much saying that JC staff took 6 years to make the animation that we have right now, which is BS. They didn't have the 6 years. They probably had a year or less than a year. The production of this was already delayed as all hell. They took 6 years to make this? No, they didn't. Okay, they didn't have 6 years. I did Google search when it comes to season 3, but not season 2. And season 2 actually had less time to be made than season 3. Season 2 had less time than season 3, but because it was poorly managed since the beginning to the end, they wanted to change studios, they didn't know what to do, they wanted to find a director for it. It was pretty much like a losing game at that point. These are the two biggest misconceptions that we have currently within the One Punch Man community for season 3, which is how much time JC staff had, who is to blame for the animation quality, which is not JC staff directly, it is the management team. The biggest misconception here, and the reason why I changed the focus of my video is because I've been seeing these YouTubers that been getting hate, and I noticed that why are they actually getting this much hate? Is it because of just the fact that they are talking negatively about the animation? Because a lot of people are saying don't talk like that because the animators and all that. They have not targeted JC staff directly, okay? They have not targeted JC staff directly. They are talking about the quality in specific of the animation. But for some reason, that always gets bypassed. Even on my videos, okay? Every single one of my videos, I mentioned that JC staff is not the one to blame, and they did not take 6 years to make season 3. I said that on every single one of my videos. Some of the YouTubers didn't mention the 6 years part. They just talked about the fact that, yo, this animation is dog water. What I have is not hate. It's disappointment. What this man here has is disappointment. The same thing that happened to Charlie. Made a video which got criticized by one of the biggest YouTubers, by the way, on the platform of One Punch Man.
It's sad to see kind fans who had high expectations get angry and curse, saying, "You betrayed our expectations." So if you guys don't know who this
also, for the people that are targeting the director, I already explained why you shouldn't do that.
This is the director of One Punch Man season 3. I have no problems with the director. I have no problems with JC staff. I've said this over and over and over again. And if you haven't heard me say it, let me repeat myself. My frustrations are not towards JC staff. I have nothing but all the love and praise in the world for JC staff. My anger and frustrations are towards the committee, the higher-ups that are way higher than JC staff, that have given JC staff this impossible.
I always been saying, management team, who manage this, who everything else, who's going to be focusing on which scenes, how much time do we have? That is the people that I'm actually talking about.
Task of animating One Punch Man season 3, an anime that takes source material that is beyond talent itself, beyond out of this universe. Have you seen the One Punch Man panels? You're giving this studio, this director, a hentai director, I'm not discrediting his work, but you're giving this director 6 months to a year work of time to animate season 3 when everybody believes y'all had 6 years.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everybody believes that they had 6 years, which they didn't have 6 years.
You could give this to any studio. It would be impossible without directors, animators, artists dying because of the overwork. I feel like this studio with this director, JC staff, did the best they absolutely could. And I've said this over and over again. But then you get a tweet like this from the director, "You betrayed our expectations." We are talking to the committee. The committee betrayed our expectations. I've been waiting 6 years for One Punch Man Season 3 just to get one frame, man. And that's not disrespect to the studio.
You have two sides, right? The one that says they didn't animate it for 6 years, but I waited for 6 years, my guy. I do not care whether they had 6 years or not. I waited these 6 years. Even if they had 2 days to animate it, I still waited 6 years for this. Can I blame them at that point? They still waited. Problem is people that are saying that they animated this for 6 years. That is completely wrong.
Artists, that's all disrespect to the committee. You betrayed our expectations. I'm sorry, you did. You did. And if you think that's towards you, you're creating scenarios. People are directing their anger towards you because they're uneducated. And you know they're uneducated. Yes. You know this. The average anime fan does not know the business, the anime business, what you do at your desks.
Exactly, the background.
The average anime fan.
Just to even let you know, guys, to the point where every information that I got about how many years they had, how much like the budget that they put, the directors and all that, brother, that is not even in Google search, okay? This is literally speculations or information that you actually have to search really thoroughly to not be misinformed. The amount of misinformation is not even the community's fault. This information is nowhere, okay? This information is actually nowhere, even if you do a Google search. The only Google search that I found that is actually accurate is by season 2, which actually took 6 months to be made. Season 3 had no confirmation on how many months or how many years it took them to make it or to manage it or anything. Like the fact that JC staff didn't decline it and they tried to find another studio and all that. That information is not in Google even.
Doesn't give a fuck about the business, about the people working behind the scenes. All they want is a good anime. Am I the average anime fan? No.
No.
This is my life. This is my job. I'm not an anime expert. I'm not an animation expert.
Obviously,
but
I've been doing this.
I know the industry, or at least I'm learning about the industry a little more every single
Same
day.
Here.
Enough to know it's not your fault, Mr. Director. It's not JC Stapp's fault, Mr. Director. It's the committee's fault. So when you make a tweet like this, it's sad to see kind fans who had high expectations get angry and curse saying you betrayed our expectations. I think you should be redirecting that anger towards the higher ups that have made the fans angry at you, wrongfully mad at you. Yes. It's not our fault. We're fans.
Everybody is putting their anger at the wrong freaking focus, okay? My man director here, his focus should be the people that managed this whole thing, who made this whole thing, the management team again, okay? Even he should be blaming them. People, let's be honest here, the uneducated people are not even watching this video, okay? They're not even watching his video. That's why he was actually in hiding for so many months or years or whatever the hell. Like, this guy got announced not even a month before the animation got released. I'm like, bro, you are announcing him now? Oh yeah, you're gonna be flamed. You might as well not be announced ever.
We're pissed off when we see the quality that we've been given. How do you expect people not to be pissed? It's garbage. And I'm not saying your work is garbage. I'm saying the committee treats you like garbage. They give you 6.
At this moment, I'm saying that this work, this One Punch Man Season 3, it is garbage, okay? I'm looking at the quality of it. When you're actually criticizing something, you're not looking at the background, seeing JC staff this or the director this, Bandai Namco that. You're watching at the quality at face value what this is. You're not also watching at the freaking time frame, okay? We're just seeing two things here. Big company made anime. Let's evaluate this anime. Despite of time frames and all that, let's just evaluate this anime. Oh, okay, garbage. Okay, now let's see what happened to make this garbage, okay? Because you cannot tell me that this is actually acceptable because that's episode 2. I have never seen any animator do what they... No. Again, Seven Deadly Sins did something the same. Swear to God, bro. Seven Deadly Sins was literally the epitome, which Seven Deadly Sins was so bad, bro. It's a tangent, yes, but Seven Deadly Sins was so bad that I dropped the first episode that I saw Meliodas and Escanor's fight. I clicked off and never watched Seven Deadly Sins ever. But I'm not gonna do that for One Punch Man.
6 months, I think it was 6 months or a year to work on an anime that should...
Also, the 6 months or a year, it's not confirmed. 6 months, it was season 2, apparently. They had 6 months to make season 2. Season 3, they had longer time. Okay, they had a longer time than season 2. So what do you want me to say? Like, literally, what do you want me to say? Maybe Google is wrong. Okay, maybe Google is wrong and I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Take years and years to make. That's how good this arc is. That's how good these panels are to bring them to life. It doesn't end there. There's going to be more tweets, but I want to focus on this one right now because this is where I found all this information. Lone Wolf Shadow says, this is who y'all hurting, by the way. Y'all shouldn't be able to sleep at night. Someone who's given it their all against all odds. You're not a true One Punch Man fan because One Punch Man is all about people doing their best.
I really don't like this. You're not a true One Punch Man fan. So you want me to praise it even though I don't like it, or just I have to shut up? Okay, so let's say that nobody complained. Literally nobody complained. 0 complaints. We all put that 5 out of 5. What do you think is going to happen for the future of anime in general? Is going to ruin a lot of good anime. Other big animes like Demon Slayer, now with their new movie that basically blew box office and all that. What do you think it also says to those studios? Oh, we don't need to put that much effort if we're getting praised and also good money. So we might as well just lower the quality. Why? Because in business standpoint, why the hell would I spend so much money in animation if I can get the same amount of money or even more by lowering my expenses and getting a good return? Why would I do that? As a business standpoint, that is absolutely incomprehensible. Now, as an artist standpoint, I would always like to give my best and give my greatest artwork, right? As an artist, this is the thing, guys. There's artists and then there's business. Business wise, it doesn't make sense for me to spend so much money in animation if I'm going to get the same results in terms of like return in income. That doesn't make sense why I'm going to spend so much money. So if we are all down to praise this animation or just be on the quiet side and just basically support the animators. Yes, yes, yes. What type of support are you even planning here? I'm supporting them fighting the good fight in terms of like, hey, speak with the people that manage this and say something, like go on strike, because this is actually unacceptable. We are speaking to you negatively about our discomfort so that you speak about your discomfort to the people that are responsible for this, okay? The biggest problem as well is that the people are thinking that we are all blaming JC Staff for it. If people are blaming JC Staff, brother, JC Staff, you guys should not be mad at the fans or anything like that. If you're getting like threat mails and saying that they will chop you up and all that, then that's fair. That's fair. If they're coming to you and talking about the animation, the poor quality, JC Staff, you should be like, yo, management, you see this, right? This is your fault. This is your fault. Like, I don't take the blame for it. Like, this is Trey ass cheeks. Even the animators for JC Staff, they know that this is bad. They know that this is bad. Come on now. Like I said, this take is moronic, okay?
We stand by him and always try to spread positivity. Yeah!
This is not a good take. This is why certain companies get away with what they do. If we apply this logic to literally everything in every company that exists, humanity would be ruined, completely ruined.
You are the fucking problem. You are the fucking problem. You're the reason why.
Can we be nicer?
These committees give us what they give us. You're the reason why we get the One Punch Man season 3s, the Uzamakis by Junji Ito, the beginning after the ends, the Berserk CGI bullshit, the Blue Lock season 2s.
7 Deadly Sins. Why not many people know that though? I'm actually shocked.
Get their best. We're not directing the anger at the studios. And if people are, like I said, it's because they're uneducated. And the studios should know this, that the average fan does not know the anime business.
This is a take that I really, really like that he says here, is the fact that the average anime watcher does not know the background of the studio. They see it took literally 6 years still. It doesn't matter whether you had 6 years to animate this. It did took 6 years. I waited 6 years. Average anime watcher, I'm just waiting for it. Okay? And the average anime watcher is not going to be trying to educate himself. Is not going to be trying to. These videos are more for diehard fans of the One Punch Man community.
You know what keeps me up at night? One Punch Man season 3 because of how shit it looks. It's not my job to pat people on the back, to be the father of this studio. They know it's not their fault. I know it's not their fault. But I'm not going to sit here like, oh, you did good. You did good, Bobby. You did really good. You did good. You coochie cool. That's not my job. My job is to watch an anime and review it. And if I hate it, I will hate it. I speak aggressively. I feel like that's the best way to get a point across. It shows my passion. It shows that I don't like what I'm seeing. I criticize games the same way. Games that make billions of fucking dollars. I criticize TV.
Asmongold, a really big YouTuber that normally criticizes and also reviews certain games that he plays. One thing that he said is basically, instead of coming for us, the consumer, why don't you make better games? On this situation is a little bit different because it's not JC Staff, because otherwise we're going to be blaming JC Staff to make better or quality anime.
He shows movies the same way because at the end of the day, I am a fan. This is how I talked when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. Even musicians and artists' music. When their album is shit, I will say the album is shit. I'm not saying that for directors to off themselves. I have to stay off for YouTube monetization and, you know, issues and shit. I don't say this shit as a personal attack. I am reviewing art. Once you put art into the world, it's allowed to be criticized by others, and I'm giving fair criticism. I'm not just saying this shit sucks. I'm explaining to you why it sucks, and I'm telling you who I'm angry at. And this leads to the final post that I want to talk about. It's due to the influence of big accounts constantly telling them that it's bad. Oh, I wonder who...
It's due to the influence of big accounts constantly. So big accounts, it will be YouTubers. When it's actually pretty good. Sadly, negativity gets more views. He's delusional. Obviously, because I have not seen a single person saying that this is pretty good in terms of like animation. I have not seen a single person saying this is pretty good. Even the biggest fan of One Punch Man has not said that. So clearly this guy is just getting points. I don't know what type of points he's getting, but he's getting just points. You can say that I enjoyed it. In your personal opinion, you can say that I enjoyed it. But you can't say that this is pretty good. If you think it's dangerous, stay silent and change the topic. So we just ignoring everything. Okay.
The big account is. How
this
about
is
you
the
tag
part
them,
that we actually take
when
the
it's
biggest
actually
copium.
Pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's pretty bad. Why are we gaslighting him? Why are we treating the director like a child? It's not his fault, but there's no reason to lie to him. You're doing more damage that way by gaslighting the motherfucker. Sadly, negativity gets more views. Even those who are praising it are being rated by negative comments trying to manipulate them. No one's trying to manipulate them. Your toxic positivity is trying to fuck.
No, I've been recording for quite a long time, so let's speed through this.
Toxic positivity is trying to manipulate the truth. I don't want the attacks to be directed at you. If you think it's dangerous, stay silent and change the topic. So you see, this is what the world has become. You can't be honest. And the toxic positivity will always be seen as, yeah, you're a good person. But then aggressive negativity will be seen as you're the fucking devil. And I don't even label what I do or how I'm talking as negativity. I just label it the truth. Just because
I forgot the word that I actually mentioned, but let's
I'm a big account, I can't say the truth. I have to sugarcoat everything. I have to treat directors and animes as if they're fucking babies. They know I'm not mad at them. I say it again and again and again that I am not mad or frustrated at the director or the fucking artist. I am married to an artist. I understand the amount of time, passion, blood, sweat, and tears that goes into art. I say it again and again and again and again that I am directing this anger and frustration at the business suits and ties. And the fact that the director and this stupid motherfucker right here are directing, like basically calling us haters and saying we're negative and farming views and negativity. We're speaking the truth. I'm on your side. People have waited 6 years for One Punch Man Season 3. One Punch Man, one of the biggest IPs in the universe.
Yeah, we still waited for 6 years. Whether GC Staff had like 2 months to make this. Hopefully, I don't put that in the video.
Bro, my fucking dead grandparents could probably say One Punch Man. They probably knew what it was. They've seen Saitama's bald-ass head. And this is what we get. We get a flash animation. Oh, you just said you respect the artist, but you're calling it flash animation. They had no other choice. It looks like this because of the limited time and resources that they were given. That's...
Obviously, now that he made this video, most likely, he's no longer gonna get hate. This is YouTube. What are we talking about?
Where I'm angry at. That's who I'm angry at. Why are we redirecting the hate towards people like me? You have thousands of accounts coming and glazing all over One Punch Man. But then you have somebody like me, and I'm like, bro, what I'm seeing isn't good. So I'm going to say it's not good. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to baby anybody. And of course, all the One Punch Man fan accounts are going to say I'm evil. Why are you ruining our precious time? If you like something, you like something. Like it. I'm not telling you not to like something, but I'm telling you that I don't like something. You're allowed to like something just like I'm allowed to not like something. Just like I'm allowed to hate something.
That's
if you
why
hate it,
freedom
don't
of
watch
speech
it. That's
is.
the problem. That's why we get what we
Freedom
get.
of speech.
You need people like me. I'm sorry. I'm just as much, if not more needed than the people praising this shit. Because I'm sorry,
Yes.
I think we could all agree.
That also goes for the example that I did when it comes to like if we put this example on every single company, it's not just animators that are hard workers. A lot of people are hard workers in different departments in different companies.
One Punch Man deserves better. And I'm not saying One Punch Man deserves a better studio. I'm saying One Punch Man deserves a better committee, better higher ups that give the producers and the studios and the artists
I had a statement on my previous video that I said that JC staff is not known to be making these levels of quality of animation. I will retract my statement because it really doesn't matter what studio picked up One Punch Man if they had the time, because they could also outsource artists. That's the thing, they could outsource it as well. So it's not the studio that I should be let's say saying that, hey, maybe we should not give this to JC staff, we should give this to Studio Bones or Mappa, right? That is not the case, and I retract that statement that I had. That's one thing that I had to come clean with it.
resources and the time to really make something that's going to be historical and life anime game changing. But instead, they're not. They're treated like shit. And I'm over here defending this motherfucker, defending these studios, always talking out against like the work culture in Japan and MAPPA, the MAPPA situation. I don't want a MAPPA situation. I just want these animators, these artists, to be given the time and the resources to be able to...
Bro, we don't care how long it takes. Make it better than season 2. Season 1, they could make season 1 quality or better. You know what? I give this to JC staff. They could actually be able to make better than season 1 quality if they actually had the 6 years.
Give the fans what we all want, because at the end of the day, they are fans just as much as I am, just as much as we are. We just want what's best. Let's stop labeling it as rage bait and hate. I am so fucking sick of these YouTubers. I'm not going to say names. And people I thought were friends to me saying it's rage baiting for views.
Constructive criticism is not saying it's dog watery shies. It's not constructive criticism. But if you're giving the reason for why it's bad, then yes, it's constructive criticism. But because 99% of the animation is bad, and then there's like a percentage that is good, they have good things on the anime. These people, there's also another YouTuber that basically said, you guys just focus on the negatives. You guys never talked about the positives and all that. Let's reverse it. Let's say an anime is 99% good quality. Bonkers, right? Who's going to focus on the negatives? Because guess what? One Punch Man season 1 also had negatives, but we never talk about it. Nobody talks about the negatives when 99% is good or 80% is good. So why the hell are we going to do that in reverse? If 99% of the animation is jaw-droppingly bad, why the hell are you talking about you only focus on the freaking negatives? Why don't you talk about the positives? Let me tell you why. The positive was less than a minute. And you're telling me that we have to focus on the positives? Do you know how many minutes is the full freaking episode? Oh my God. These people, bro. These people. The copium, man.
On a daily basis, you could say everything is good, everything is amazing. It's not. It is not. Okay? It is not. You could glaze everything. My days of doing that is over. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be as me and as real and as honest as somebody can be, as I can be. And that's what you're going to get from me. So to all the motherfuckers with this toxic positivity, this, at least we got animation. At least
we got animation. Brother, you might as well read the manga. It's better than the anime. It feels like it has more animation than the anime. It does. If you read the manga panels, bro, you will feel like you're actually in that world experience. The characters are actually more alive than the anime. And again, me saying this is basically just spewing hate. I don't know how. I really don't know how.
It's back.
If it's
Fuck
literally
out of here
facts.
with that shit, bro. And criticizing people that criticize the anime. Let people talk about this shit. Seriously, bro. It's like when I tried talking about Takopi's Original Sin and people were mad that I was talking too much about it. God forbid I fucking talk about how amazing it is. Like, get out of here with that shit, bro. I'm here to discuss. I'm here to be honest. I'm not here to be a slave, enslaved to an audience, enslaved to a culture, or enslaved to anything. I'm here to be free. Chiyuda, just like fucking Eren, right? Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I thought this was actually fucking hilarious. I'm gone. Sayonara.
I've been recording for almost an hour.
Okay, so Moist Critical just released a video talking about One Punch Man Season 3. I watched it real quick, and he made some major points that I felt like I really had to make a video talking about, because he's kind of jumping on this hate bandwagon for One Punch Man, and
Hate bandwagon. Obviously, I won't have enough time to watch the whole thing.
but a lot of it just comes from a lack of information. And he even
That is true. Even he said that. Yeah.
talks about that a little bit at the end of the video. Like,
Yes.
he's not sure if it's Bandai or JC staff or what's going on. So I'm going to try and use this opportunity to respond to some of his points and fill you guys in.
Video with the hope that I am
Did he actually remove the first part of his video? It was not like this. It's better than season 2. Are you kidding? Wait, he didn't say that. Oh my god, I have to watch this video. But not today though. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think.